Come on, poop, 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 poop. Let's poop. I haven't pooped for days. Come on. Okay, let's get comfortable. Hi my loves, it's your girl Liz, aka Pretty Progress 23. I don't know what I'm doing with that in my hands, but welcome back to my channel. Long time no talk. This is a long awaited requested video and it's all about gut health and acne. But before I start, I want to make it clear that I'm not a health professional. Basically, I'm speaking from personal experience and I just hope this video is informative and helpful. I'm going to be speaking in layman terms because that's how I understood it. But if you're looking for an in-depth video with scientific terminology, jargon and specifics, this isn't going to be the video. This is more of an introduction to pave way for an overall general understanding of how gut health is a direct link to how our skin appears. When I started learning about gut health, my life literally changed. I suffered from severe cystic acne, nodules scattered across my cheeks. It was red and inflamed. Like I had thousands of tiny bumps across my forehead. My skin was oily and I went through severe symptoms and I just couldn't pinpoint the reason behind it all until only recently. I'm going to break this video into 3 parts. 1 is the symptoms of poor gut health, 2 the causes of poor gut health, and 3 is the last part where I offer some tips and recommendations for you guys to heal your gut. Now these are the things that I do personally that has helped me. My gut isn't 100% but it's definitely improved compared to 2 years ago. Okay, first things first, symptoms. We are going to get real personal here. Now this is a safe place and basically it's all about your bowel movements. Are you having irregular bowel movements? Are you pooping once a day? Or you're not pooping at all for a couple of days and it's stuck there and you're farting and it smells? Ugh. Yes, irregular bowel movements is definitely one of the symptoms. You can have poor digestion, a coated tongue, brain fog, acne on your cheeks, your body, bloating even if you're eating a small meal, chronic sensitivity to different foods. These are some of the symptoms that you may be experiencing. You're probably wondering, holy moly, what caused me to get to this stage of poor gut health? Which leads me to segment number 2, the causes of poor gut health. There can be a numerous number of factors, so I'm going to try to narrow it down as much as I can. It could be 1, your diet. Now a lot of doctors believe that there is no correlation between acne and food, but I strongly believe otherwise. Personally, food has affected me in so many different ways, so that's why I try my best to educate myself without being misguided by some doctors who don't believe in the correlation between food and acne. And basically when you consume unhealthy foods that are hard to digest, including refined sugar, dairy and excessive meat, what happens is this becomes food for bad pathogens to thrive. These bad bacteria puts holes in your gut lining. Having these holes causes your food particles to seep through your bloodstream, and if it enters your bloodstream, it is actually preventing a normal functioning lymphatic system. And our lymphatic system is when your body naturally flushes out the toxins, regulates your blood circulation. But once your lymphatic is slowed down, your blood starts to become stagnant, you start to have clogged pores and cystic acne. Because it's not normal for food particles to go to your bloodstream, your body starts to attack it as a form of an invader. So that's when you start to have like stomach cramps and poor digestion, because your body is not really used to having this kind of activity happening in your system. So you start to become sensitive to all these different food types that you were never sensitive to before. That's why acne is so complex and so complicated to understand, because when your gut worsens, you start to become really sensitive to all these different food types, and then you start to restrict yourself, and then you go into a state of stress where you just don't know what to eat. I remember specifically when I was at a party and I was sweating profusely because I couldn't eat dairy, I couldn't eat wheat, I couldn't eat rice, I couldn't eat avo, I couldn't eat sweets, I couldn't eat anything, and it just stressed my body so much. Also, when your poop is stuck, you start to fart and it's really smelly. This is another symptom, by the way. This is another story where I remember I was going through a really hard time with my gut health, and I was on holidays with my then boyfriend and I farted and it stunk so bad. I swear my boyfriend looked at me and he was like he couldn't believe that came out of me. Seriously, he was like, your fart is so deadly, it could kill a whole village. And I remember laughing hysterically, but I was like, oh my god, I need, my body is screaming for help. The next one is stress. When you're stressed and you're put under pressure because, I don't know, work, or because of a breakup, because of school, or whatever it is in your life, what happens is there's a decrease in blood flow and oxygen to your stomach. You're not going to digest your food properly, and again causes that irregular activity in the body. It could either delay the emptying of your stomach, or it could quicken the emptying of your stomach. So you could have, you know, constipation and then diarrhea and then constipation. So it's really, really tough. When you have poor bathroom experiences, when you're stuck there and you're clogging the toilet, it's a sign of your body telling you that you need to de-stress. And last but not least, another main contributor in worsening your gut health is antibiotics. I hold this so close to my heart. I talk about antibiotics all the time. This is my experience, and I know a lot of my friends tell me this as well as you guys on Pretty Progress. When you go to the doctors and you talk about acne, what they do is they quickly prescribe you on antibiotics and boot you out the door. Bye-bye. Bye, Felicia. And that's all they care about. They don't care about your context, what skincare you use, or your genetics, like your history. Does your parents have acne? Or they don't care about your diet. They don't care about so many different factors that may contribute to acne. So all they do is put you on antibiotics. Now, antibiotics, oh my goodness. Antibiotics cannot differentiate between the good bacteria and the bad bacteria, so it gets rid of all forms of bacteria, and your body is kind of put in a state of shock. Some bodies can naturally reintroduce the good bacteria, but bodies like mine couldn't. Every single time a person takes antibiotics, sensitive bacteria is killed, but the resistant germs that are still stuck in the gut grows and multiplies. That means your acne is more likely to come back full force. So there's this kind of disruption in the gut causing your body to go crazy. That's why antibiotics isn't a long-term solution. It's more of a short-term solution, and it's like a hit or miss with some people. Majority of the time, it causes you to have candida. So that means, am I saying it right? Candida? It's pretty much where you are more prone to yeast infections, both down there, on your tongue. So you start to have a really dry mouth, a coated white tongue. Also, antibiotics is found to weaken the immune system. So by killing all of the different varieties of bacteria in your gut, this reduction in variety actually interfere with your immune system's ability to fight off future diseases and germs. So antibiotics is tough. I've taken so many courses of antibiotics, and that's why I experience long-term effects. It's meant to be the last resort. And if you do take antibiotics, think about probiotics, which again I'll be talking more about in my third section. So just summarizing everything, the three main things that worsen your gut health is pretty much 1, diet, 2, stress, and 3, antibiotics and medication, birth control pills and stuff like that. Luckily, there are a lot of different tips they can do to start on that path of healing. So it's taken me probably 2 years to really figure it out and to try to find equilibrium within my body again, but I've narrowed it down to 6 main steps. Now within these 6 main steps, there are like little subheadings because there's just so much information and I don't want this video to be super lengthy. First one is cleansing through diet and supplements. So if you're having irregular bowel movements, I want you to cleanse. No, I want you, I'm so demanding. I recommend you guys to do cleansing with juicing. So personally, I found that celery juicing helped me a lot. I did that for 3 months straight, and some people aren't used to it, so just ease your body with celery juicing. Now this isn't to replace your meals. This is to be taken in the morning, 30 minutes before breakfast. And that just helps kind of cleanse the digestive tract, and then you can go toilet like a lot easier compared to having breakfast straight away when your stomach is still kind of like cramped and not prepared for all the work it needs to be done in the morning. If you don't want to do celery juicing, I just recommend you to do, like, have different smoothies and different juices every single day, because fruits and veggies are absolutely amazing for the body. I also recommend increasing fiber in your diet. Fiber helps with digestion, so we're talking about flax seeds, we're also talking about chia seeds. You can have them in your smoothies, your brekkie, whatever it is, and just pretty much making sure your plate is colorful. Look into bone broth. Now bone broth has all these, it's packed with nutrients that help you strengthen your gut. The only thing is I personally haven't found the best bone broth method for myself. I'm not really informed about bone broth, but I'm just going to put it in here so you guys can keep that into account. Okay, so when it comes to supplements, you all know how much I love Zilch. This is absolutely amazing. This has contributed to healing most of my cystic acne. Now, this is pure Chinese herbal medicine in the form of tablets. In the form of tablets. This is what it looks like. These herbs help increase the blood circulation, easing your lymphatic system. Because remember how I talked about how if you have a leaky gut, all the foods that seep into your gut actually slow down your lymphatic system. Chinese herbal medicine are things that help you increase that blood circulation. It also helps flush out the toxins and cools down your heated liver. Definitely look into Zilch. My skin transformed from looking like this to this. All my progress is in reviews from my followers on Pretty Progress on my Instagram are also detailed in my highlighted stories, so you can just check it out. It's under my bio. Another supplement is collagen powder. So personally, I take collagen from Nadknu. I used to do this really regularly, but I'm going to admit that I don't do as often because now I'm pretty okay with my skin and my gut. Collagen helps strengthen your stomach lining and your gut, as well as promotes like healthier skin. Have 1 scoop into a glass of water. So it's really easy to take, and I take the mango flavored version because the non-flavored version is a little bit too like gross for me. But yeah, look into collagen powder. Recommendation number 2 is look into probiotics and prebiotics. Now, probiotics is essentially good bacteria that you want to reintroduce into your body. Okay. With probiotics and prebiotics, you can get it in different forms. So you could get it through kombucha, you can get it through fermented veggies such as kimchi, sauerkraut, which I don't really like. You can also get it through yogurt, and you can also get it through apple cider vinegar. The acids in ACV with the mother in it really helps repair the gut lining, and basically you take a shot of this in a glass of water in the morning 30 minutes before you eat, so you can do it 3 times a day before your meals. You could also get probiotics through powder form, so if you like something sweet, you can look into Ponoprobiotics. I take this in my smoothies. You could also, now this is a new brand, this is Falding. I usually take Life Space, I just pop it down here, but today I ran out of Life Space, so I'm just going to try this one. Supports the health and function of gastrointestinal tract. So that's recommendation number 2, so looking at probiotics to reintroduce good bacteria and to replenish your gut. Number 3 is hydration. Oh, come on! You're probably like, oh my god, eye roll. Everyone tells me to drink water for clear skin, and I was like that too, but water is so bloody important. Being well hydrated helps with your mood, your energy, your sleeping quality, as well as like how well your brain functions. So try to drink about 1.5 to 2 liters of water every single day. I would recommend to steer clear from caffeine, because caffeine dehydrates you and causes you to feel really foggy and sluggish. Tip number 4 is exercising. Exercising allows you to increase that blood circulation. Now, do something that you actually enjoy. So you don't want to put your body under a state of stress. You want to do something that is fun and keeps you active. Personally, I take salsa classes and Brazilian funk. So I'm just going to insert the video now just so you know what I get up to. Okay, so pretty much that's what I do probably 2 to 3 times a week, and that just keeps my body moving. It allows the flow of nutrients in my body to be regular, and that allows my skin to you know, improve. Tip number 5 is monitor your bowel movements. So actually take note of how often you go to the toilet. Is it regular? Is it like a normal form of stool? Are you experiencing constipation? Are you experiencing diarrhea? Just note it down. That way you can visually see if your bowel movements are regular. Okay guys, this is post-edit because I realized that I've missed out a huge chunk for this section. So when I say monitor your bowel movement, I also mean keeping a diary. So jotting down what you're eating and then also jotting down how your stomach feels and when you go to the bathroom. A combination of what you write down will really allow you to understand what your food sensitivities are. So when I found that after eating chocolate, my stomach would rumble and I would have really stinky farts, I realized that my gut couldn't handle dairy or refined sugar. So I cut that out completely for months and my stomach was able to heal. And once my stomach and my gut lining was able to heal, I could reincorporate these foods slowly. So sometimes, for some people, you have to go through this phase of elimination. Now, don't let other people say, you know, you shouldn't eliminate your food, you should live a wholesome, soulful life. But honestly, guys, if you listen to your body, sometimes you need to get rid of these foods in order to heal, and then you can reincorporate your favorite foods. Sometimes life is a struggle and you just have to do things that work for your body. Now, for me, just because I eliminated dairy, that didn't mean that I starved myself. I ate alternatives. That's pretty much it. Make sure you have a diary where you jot down all the different things you eat, how your stomach feels, how you feel, and how regular your bowel movements are. So that's what I mean by monitor your bowel movements. So hopefully this post-edit clarifies things. Tip number 6 is de-stress. Stress also puts a lot of pressure on your digestion and it causes you to have irregular activity in your system. So you want to do things that kind of ease yourself down, like you can meditate, you can do yoga, all you need to do is put time for yourself so you're not placed under a toxic environment where you feel like you need to do everything right now, then and there. So personally, I feel like sometimes I sit down and just watch a movie or like I take a power nap. Power naps are amazing, by the way. I put a face mask on. You can take yourself out on a date, hang out with your friends, have a really good laugh. Laughing sends out all these happy endorphins. It helps you lower your blood pressure. Yeah, so those are pretty much my main tips. If I've missed anything out, definitely comment down in the section below. Thank you so much for sticking through this entire video. I hope it helped you. Let me know how you go with my recommendations. If you want to see more content, please support me through liking this video and commenting down below. I really appreciate it. And I always read through comments. It really means the world to me. I'm sending you all my love and light. Mwah. Bye, guys. Wait, it's not.
I'm just gonna pour it.
What? Stress.
I'll go on this side. And you face that.
But look at me, I look like the Grudge now. Okay, I think that's good. Okay, cut.